Hey everyone, I'm Jarrett with WagonMaster's Travels. So what am I doing with this box of Raptor Tough Protective Coating? Stay tuned, find out. So as a lot of you saw by our Facebook posts, about a month or so ago, we got one of these MORryde Patio X's, and I gotta tell you, this thing is great. But as soon as we got it put up and started putting the post out there showing it off, the number one question that we got from everybody was, does it protect the patio and the deck against rain? The short answer is no, it does not. It'll help keep the rain off of that patio and off the deck surface, but if it rains, it's gonna eventually get down underneath, it's gonna get on that deck. And if the seals and the caulking around the deck edges are not all that great, water can get inside of that deck. However, we're gonna seal it up. We got that Raptor protective coating. We're gonna actually seal it just like you would a truck bed with some lining. We're gonna make this thing to where it can withstand rain. We can leave this deck down, whether it is protected by this or not, won't matter. It can rain on it, isn't gonna harm it at all. So let's start getting this thing ready. First thing we're gonna have to do though, we gotta take this thing down. We obviously can't put this coating on there with that on there. So we're gonna take this down, we're gonna get the deck cleaned, we're gonna get it prepped, then we're gonna start putting the coating on. Let's get to work. Okay, so now that we got the patio down, we got everything good and cleaned up, we're ready to go. So, let's get this open. And in here, comes with 4 of those little bottles. So it's basically a gallon is what this is. It's got 4 of these bottles for a gallon, and the thinner the mixer that goes with it. We're going to be putting 8 ounces of this into each one of these bottles, shaking it up really good, putting it in the paint tray. We're going to hit all the edges first, then we're going to go over the entire deck to make sure we have a good coat, a good seal on the entire thing, get all the edges really good for it. We're going to make sure no water gets in this deck. Move all of these over here now. We're not quite sure how much this is going to take. This is our first time doing it, so let's find out. on. You're supposed to sniff it. We were all in high school one day. All right. 8 ounces. Just put all this over here.
Take it like you need it.
Once it's all done, take the patio off, let it dry out, drop the deck down, and let all the water rush off of it. Not have to worry about it. Time to wash the rig, leave the patio down, call it good. Well, it's kind of thick. Go over the edges with the little brush first. So we are going to use the smaller roller. Let's go hit all the edges, get all the edges done. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It is good and thick. Let's see what it does. it goes. We are now sealed. It's already starting to get real tacky. So it should take an hour or two to where we could probably walk on it, but we're just going to let it sit. Maybe later tonight, so we don't have the birds take a good big old crap on it like we had them do last night. We'll probably just push it up for this evening, and we'll just let it sit overnight. Come out here tomorrow and see how it does. Looks pretty darn good, though. So we'll be able to get this out tomorrow.
Looks new.
Check, see how. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it looks better than new. Looks pretty damn good. We're going to have to order another batch of this to do the second deck, now that we know approximately how much. See, we used almost 3/4 of a gallon or 3 bottles of this to do this one deck. So I'm going to imagine the side deck, it's a little bit smaller, but since they only sell these in the gallon one, we're going to have to order another gallon. These are, I want to say we paid roughly about 120 bucks for the gallon. So decent investment to protect this deck. If this goes because of water damage, because we left it down, that's not something that's covered under warranty. So if we have to replace this deck, that's on us. I'd rather spend 120 bucks to protect it and not have to spend a couple $1,000s down the road to get a new ramp. So let's see how this does tomorrow. Then we'll start on the next deck when we get another batch. So we'll check you guys in a few.
Bye guys.
So we're out here in the morning. Our deck has been up all night long, letting that sealer good and cure. Let's pull it down. Let's see how it did. Oh, look at that. Nice, shiny. Looks pretty good. It's got a good seal to it. Look at how well that sealed up all the seams on it. Got the corners all nice and sealed. Let's see, let me flip the camera around here. Looks pretty darn good. All nice and sealed to it. Look at the edge right here. All the corners, the seam is good and sealed. Still got the nice rough texture to it. So you're on to run your toys up, not going to be slipping and sliding. Even over here where the bolts are, so you're not going to get the water intrusion. And no, I'm not too worried about it. If you got to pull these out, all it takes is a simple screwdriver to chisel those out really quick and make it to where you can pull the deck off. Worked out great. So now we're going to get that other gallon of sealer. We're going to get started on that other deck. Make both of them nice and sealed. So when it rains, we don't have to come out here, pick everything up, put these decks back up. We're going to make them to where we just keep them down. Worked out great. You guys have got to do this. We'll put a link in the description for the sealer that we got for it. Enjoy it. Do the same if you want to have a nice sealed patio and deck. See you guys on the next video.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you very much. Please support us by liking us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue making smiles into memories.